Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. My name is Jenny, and this is Creating Crafts with Jenny. So a while back I did an unboxing on paintbyart.com. I ordered it in November. It came November 25th, so it showed up pretty quick. I ordered like 3 of them. These are what they consider the 3D, like my quotes, air quotes, 3D paint by number concept. They use, if I got one in here, oh I do, good. This concept here with these things here. I think you can actually buy these now. So if by chance you get like an off-market paint by number sort of thing, and you want to do the outlining, and I think you can buy these just by themselves now. I'm not quite sure, but I'm sure that you can buy these 3D things. I can, let me put a note on here. Art.com, and because you can buy them from them, because I bought extras when I bought from them, so I have a whole bunch of them. I'll switch down here too. So here's my painting. I did not treat this canvas with anything. There was no Mod Podge or anything like that went down on the canvas. So the canvas came with these paintbrushes. They look like this, and I'll put one down here so you can see what it looks like. And they are no different than these little guys here. A lot of paintbrush companies. This is considered a higher end paint by number company. You pay a little bit more for what you get, that sort of thing. I was drawn to it because it was different. It was considered 3D, so I was like, ooh, something different. You know me, something different. So I wanted to give it a try. I also bought some of their paintbrushes. I bought their set of their pinks, and I think a set of they had some black, I think black ones, I think it was, that I bought. The pink ones were okay. They did stain quickly, which that's okay. They weren't too bad. They were okay. But I will say that if a paint by number company wants to showcase themselves as a higher end paint by number company, they need to up their game on their paintbrushes. Earlier this year, the company housearts.uk reached out to me and sent me a paint by number, and they also sent me some of their paintbrushes. Now these are good paintbrushes. I've used these over and over and over and over again. I didn't order these paintbrushes. They actually sent these to me. These paintbrushes rock. So just, if paint by number companies are watching this, don't fool us by sending something that looks fancy that really isn't fancy. These paintbrushes are not, they're not anything to write home about. Okay, so let's talk about the 3D experience. It's messy. It's very messy to do. I did find that painting, because when you get it, you want to grab this and start putting this down. I found that if I painted the areas first with the paints and then went in with this stuff, it looked a lot better. And then the sections that I did that was up in this area right here. Was the areas that I did that, and I personally think it looked a lot better. Also, I went through the areas with the black paint and touched it up in a lot of areas, and I thought that made it look a little bit better too. I'm looking at the monitor thinking there's some areas that I think that I could have done more touch up with the black, either the black paint or this. just because I'm very critical of my own work. It doesn't look bad, but there was, and I had a couple of videos on how to fix the black if it got smeared, because it did get smeared a couple different times. My alcohol and water concoction actually removed it. It took a little scrubbing to get it off there, but it actually did come off. I did have to put several coats of paint in some of the areas, and last night when I was working on it, the cat decided to walk across it. And I'm always like, oh, he never gets on my paintings, and for whatever reason, he was very attracted to this painting, and I'll show pictures of him laying on it. For some reason, he really liked this painting. I don't know if it was the colors or what it was, but he never pays any attention to my paintings at all. And this one, he wanted to be near this painting, and I don't know why. I did notice, which I thought was interesting, that when I painted the reds, it made me feel anxious inside. Isn't that weird? Mm-hmm. So I noticed that I really don't care to paint paintings that have a lot of red in them. Interesting note. So, having said that, we'll move on. The painting came with these little weird paint pods that seem to be becoming more and more popular. The company didn't send a holder for them. So halfway through it, I decided to glue them down to a canvas board. This is I think 8x10 canvas board. And I really liked this because what was happening was when you take the covers off, they kind of have a tendency to flip off easily and land wherever they want to. So by having it on the canvas board, it was easier to just let it kind of land here instead of on my painting or wherever it wanted to land. I used a lot of 3x5 cards in the beginning to just kind of open them on a 3x5 card, and that helped also. And then I just put the numbers down underneath, and that seemed to help also. And then I found that this thing kind of helped hold my brushes, and I was like, this is really kind of innovative. So I really liked this thing. It was kind of like an artist's love place, because then it also held these little, it just held things, hold anything, right? And then the extras, I just kept them near, the 24 is way up here. 24 had an extra black. This black's amazing. It's very shiny and that sort of thing. The only colors that I found that was starting to kind of get where it needed something in it was the red, because there's so much red here. So I had to put, I think I put a little bit of Floetrol in the red and a little bit of water at one point. Some of these colors I rarely used, so I have a lot of extras. I'll probably keep this for a little while, but then after a while I'll probably just throw it in the trash. But yeah, so there's the painting. I did go over the white several times, and I sent 2 things of the white. So yeah, I think it looks really pretty on the camera. There's still some areas, just because I'm so critical of my work, and the fact that the cat walked over it late last night when I was finishing it up. I mean, literally, I looked over and he was walking on it. Like, oh my gosh. So there's a couple spots that could use some touch-ups where he walked on it. Like I said, he never bothers my paintings, and all of a sudden, this one, like I said, I'll show a cute picture of him laying on it. He was interested in this painting. Yeah, I honestly don't know why. But yeah, he was. Alright, so there you have it. So, yeah. Anyway, so there it is. Alright, so I will take some amazing pictures of it and put it with Artist Loft. It's not Artist Loft. The smartest app I know, which is an app that turns your art into some pretty amazing stuff. So I will put it with that and put it in some really awesome places with furniture and showcase it like that. I'll put it in some frames and change the backgrounds of the frames and all that fun stuff so you can kind of see what it would look like in a room. And so yeah, I'm looking down here and I see our 21 that still needs painted. So yeah, I may do some touch-ups to it just because I can't seem to stay away from it. I know. So, and this, it's weird because here it looks really shiny, but down on the camera it looks kind of dull right here. So I don't know. I think that could be a little more 3D-ish. So I may go over some of this, the black in that area too. So we'll see. Yeah. Because down here it looks like it's very much shows up with my eyes, but then on the camera it doesn't. Weird. I know. Really weird. But anyway. But I did go over some of the black area with just the paintbrush, with the black too, and touched up some of it with just the paint, just to kind of make it a little sharper in some areas. I did do that also. So there you have it. Alright, so that's it. So again, this company was paintbyart.com. It's considered a 3D painting, and it's because it has this little guy here, and that's what they consider the 3D painting, is because of this stuff. Alright, so I'm going to get off here, and because I'm getting ready to start a new paint by number, so I want to show you guys that. And so there you have it. Alright, so I'm going to get off here, and what I always tell you guys, go out there, be absolutely awesome, do your thing, and I'll see you in my next video. Talk to you soon. Bye.